Life is a journey. It's full of ups and downs. We all face challenges. These challenges test us, they push us to our limits. But challenges also make us stronger. Imagine a world without challenges, a world where everything is easy. Would we grow in that world? Would we learn? No, we wouldn't. Challenges are opportunities, they are chances to learn and grow. They help us discover our strength. They shape us into the people we are meant to be. Challenges often appear in our lives, sometimes when we least expect them. They can come in many forms and sizes, and they often test our limits and push us to grow. These challenges can be sudden and surprising, catching us off guard and forcing us to adapt quickly. They can be big, like a major life event, or small, like a daily inconvenience. They can be personal, affecting our inner world and emotions, or professional, impacting our careers and work life. No matter what form they take, challenges force us out of our comfort zones. They push us to confront our fears and uncertainties, and to take steps we might not have taken otherwise. Our comfort zones are safe and familiar. They are the places where we feel secure and in control. But they also limit us. They keep us from exploring new opportunities and discovering our true potential. They prevent us from experiencing all that life has to offer. When we stay within our comfort zones, we miss out on the adventures and growth that come from taking risks and facing challenges. When we step outside our comfort zones, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. We allow ourselves to grow, to learn, and to become stronger and more resilient. Think of a time you faced a challenge. It might have been a difficult situation that required you to step out of your comfort zone. Maybe you started a new job, entering an unfamiliar environment with new responsibilities and expectations. Maybe you moved to a new city, leaving behind the familiar and embracing the unknown. It was probably scary at first. The uncertainty and fear of the unknown can be overwhelming, but you did it. You took that step, faced the challenge, and came out stronger on the other side. And you learned from it. Each challenge we face teaches us something new about ourselves and the world around us. It helps us grow and become more resilient. So the next time you face a challenge, remember that stepping out of your comfort zone is the first step towards growth and new possibilities. When we face challenges, it's natural to feel afraid. We might doubt ourselves. We might want to give up. This is the resistance within us talking. The resistance is the voice in our heads that tells us we're not good enough. It tells us to play it safe. It tells us to stay small. But we don't have to listen to that voice. We can choose to be brave. We can choose to face our fears. We can choose to believe in ourselves. Challenges are not easy. They test our limits. Every step we take, every obstacle we face seems insurmountable at times. The weight of the world feels like it's pressing down on our shoulders, and the path ahead appears daunting. But it's in these very moments, when we feel like giving up, that our true character is forged. It's in the struggle that we find our strength. They push us to our breaking points. The marathon runner, with every mile, feels the burn in their muscles, the exhaustion creeping in. The person in the gym, pushing that heavy sled, feels the strain in every fiber of their being. Yet, they push on, driven by a determination that goes beyond physical limits. It's a mental battle as much as it is a physical one. But it's in these moments of adversity that we discover our true strength. When we stand tall after a grueling workout, when we celebrate those small victories, we realize that we are capable of so much more. Each challenge we overcome adds to our resilience, building a foundation of strength that we can draw upon in future battles. When we face challenges head-on, we learn how to persevere. The obstacle course in front of us may seem impossible, but with each step, each lift, we get closer to our goal. We learn to focus, to channel our energy and determination into overcoming the hurdles in our path. It's a lesson in persistence, in never backing down, no matter how tough the journey gets. We learn how to be resilient. The resolve in our eyes, the determination in our hearts, becomes our guiding force. Whether it's holding a challenging yoga pose or pushing through a tough situation, our resilience is what keeps us going. It's the inner strength that tells us we can handle whatever comes our way. We learn that we are capable of more than we ever thought possible. Crossing the finish line, achieving that difficult goal, we realize that our potential is limitless. The barriers we once thought were unbreakable are shattered, and we emerge stronger, more confident in our abilities. Think of the incredible strength of athletes, their dedication, their discipline, their unwavering commitment to their goals. They are a testament to what the human body and spirit can achieve when pushed to the limit. Their journey is not just about physical prowess, but about mental fortitude and resilience. They train hard, pushing their bodies to the limit. Every session in the gym, every lap on the track, is a step towards greatness. They understand that progress comes from consistent effort, from pushing beyond their comfort zones. It's a relentless pursuit of excellence, driven by a passion to be the best they can be. They face setbacks and injuries. The path to success is never smooth. There are falls, there are injuries, there are moments of doubt, but these setbacks are not the end. They are merely a part of the journey, a test of their resolve and determination, but they never give up. They get back up, they push through the fatigue, they keep moving forward. It's this relentless spirit, this refusal to quit that sets them apart. They understand that every setback is an opportunity to come back stronger, to learn and grow from the experience. Why? Because they know that the challenges they face will make them stronger. Each challenge, each obstacle, is a stepping stone to greatness. They embrace the struggle, knowing that it is shaping them into the best version of themselves. And in doing so, they inspire us all to find strength in our own adversities. There is no greater feeling than overcoming a challenge. When we finally achieve what we set out to do, the sense of accomplishment is incredible. We feel proud of ourselves, we feel confident in our abilities. The joy of overcoming a challenge is not just about the end result, it's about the journey. It's about the lessons we learned along the way. It's about the person we became because of the challenge. Remember, every challenge you overcome makes you stronger. It prepares you for the next one, and the next one after that. I remember a time when I was terrified of public speaking. The mere thought of standing in front of a crowd with all eyes on me made my heart race and my palms sweat. It was a fear that gripped me tightly, making me feel small and vulnerable. The thought of standing in front of a crowd and sharing my ideas filled me with dread. I would often imagine the worst-case scenarios, forgetting my lines, stumbling over my words, or even being laughed at by the audience. These fears were so intense that they often kept me awake at night, replaying these scenarios over and over in my mind. But I knew that if I wanted to share my work with the world, I had to overcome this fear. So I started small. I began by speaking in front of a mirror, practicing my speeches alone in my room. I would watch myself, trying to correct my posture, my tone, and my expressions. It was a slow and often frustrating process, but I was determined to improve. I spoke at small events. These were gatherings where the stakes were low and the audience was supportive. I remember my first small event vividly. It was a community meeting with just a handful of people. My voice trembled and my hands shook, but I managed to get through it. The applause, though polite and sparse, felt like a huge victory. I practiced my talks over and over again. It wasn't easy. There were days when I felt like giving up, thinking that I would never be able to conquer this fear. But each time I practiced, I felt a tiny bit more confident. I would record my speeches and play them back, analyzing every mistake and working on improving them. I was nervous every time. No matter how much I practiced, the nerves would always be there. But I learned to accept them as part of the process. I realized that being nervous meant that I cared about what I was doing, and that was a good thing. But I kept pushing myself outside my comfort zone. Each time I stepped onto a stage, I would take a deep breath and remind myself why I was doing this. I wanted to share my ideas, to connect with people, and to make a difference. This purpose gave me the strength to keep going, even when the fear felt overwhelming. And slowly, something amazing happened. The fear started to lose its grip on me. I began to feel more comfortable on stage. I started to enjoy the process of preparing and delivering my speeches. The moments of panic became fewer and farther between, replaced by moments of excitement and anticipation. The fear started to dissipate. I found myself looking forward to speaking engagements rather than dreading them. I began to see public speaking not as a challenge to be feared, but as an opportunity to be embraced. I began to find joy in connecting with my audience. The smiles, the nods of understanding, the occasional laughter, these were the moments that made all the effort worthwhile. I realized that public speaking was not just about delivering a message, but about creating a shared experience with the audience. Today, I embrace public speaking as an opportunity to share my work and make a difference. It has become a platform for me to inspire, to educate, and to connect with others. The journey from fear to confidence was not easy, but it was incredibly rewarding. And if I can do it, so can you. Challenges often come with uncertainty. We don't always know what the outcome will be, but that's okay. It's okay to feel afraid of the unknown. Instead of fearing the unknown, let's embrace it. Let's be curious about what we might discover. Let's be open to the possibilities that lie ahead. Remember, growth and learning happen outside of our comfort zones. When we embrace the unknown, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. Repeat this phrase. I love challenges. Challenges help me grow. Let it sink in. This is not just a phrase, it's a mindset. When you embrace challenges, you embrace growth. You embrace the opportunity to become the best version of yourself. You become a force to be reckoned with. Say it again, I love challenges. Challenges help me grow. Believe it, live it. So the next time you face a challenge, remember this. You are stronger than you think. You are more capable than you know. And you have the power to overcome anything life throws your way. Embrace the challenges. Learn from them. Grow from them. Your journey to becoming your best self starts now.